We are now in front of the apartment building at 13 Dowborczyków Str. This apartment building appeared in the film Ida by Paweł Pawlikowski, made in 2013. The film won the Best Foreign Language Picture Oscar, later renamed to Best International Feature. It was the first time that a Polish feature-length production won the Academy Award in this category. It was here, in this apartment building, that one of the two main female characters of the film lived. Her name was Wanda Gruz. She was the Stalinist prosecutor at the time in communist Poland, in which terror and political show trials were commonplace. In the film, Wanda is visited by Ida, a novice in a Catholic convent about to become a nun. Ida discovers her Jewish roots as well as the past of Wanda Gruz, her aunt. This tale of two women entangled into the tragic Polish history of 20th century was wonderfully received worldwide. For us, taking the Oscar walk today in Łódź, it's important to remember that the cityscape of Łódź played a prominent part in Ida and has served as a true treasure trove of locations for many different filmmakers, including Paweł Pawlikowski. Łódź is filled with places that are used by directors of photography, and art directors as veritable time machines. In the particular case of Ida, the tenement building you see in front of you worked as a time machine that took the viewers to the early 1960s, a trip back through time that spanned about 50 years when the movie was shot in these streets. However, places like this one can also successfully pose as locations for other historical periods. The crucial element is the process of adaptation that uses the art and craft of set decoration in order to mask or get rid of details that would give away the location as too contemporary from the standpoint of the film narrative. Set decorators often temporarily remove modern street signs, street numbers, satellite dishes, all of which resume their places after the filming is finished. A place such as this one is first assessed by the art director and set decorator, and then is subjected to a series of adaptations concerning such elements as the physical materials we can see in the film frame. For example, if windows in a building like this one were replaced from wooden to plastic ones, it would be much too expensive to replace them again with wooden ones solely for the purpose of the film. In these cases, the plastic frames are masked with special tapes with false wooden texture. Alternatively, windows can be hidden behind light wooden window panes. If you now look at the main entrance to the building, you will see a prominent yellow gas pipe right above the main gate. This pipe is also not right for the period depicted in Ida, and yet it was not masked for the film. Apparently, the art director decided that this element would not be jarring for the viewers and can stay as it is, especially since the film was presented in black and white, so the bright yellow line is not that visible in it. The cinematographers of the film, Ryszard Lęczewski and Łukasz Żal, earned their Oscar nominations for their work. We can also see a place in which there was a neon sign seen in the film. The sign said Odyss, Ulysses, and we cannot be sure of what it could signify for the director, but we can be sure that Paweł Pawlikowski loves the art and craft of mid-20th century Polish neon signs, since they figure prominently throughout Ida. At the beginning of the film, Ida, played by Agata Trzebuchowska, reaches the house of Wanda, played by Agata Kulesza, by tram. The tram ride was shot along the Legionów Street. Towards the end of this Oscar walk, you will cross the Legionów Street as you will be proceeding from the Music University building towards the Ogrodowa Street. Take notice, since this is the very street Ida traversed on her tram. One of the film's most spectacular long takes was shot alongside the street with multiple vehicles, street signs, and passers-by, all visible and all created, staged, and or adapted for the sake of creating Paweł Pawlikowski's Oscar-winning film.